Well, hello from my pampered friends. Welcome back to Cooking with Shelley, Pampered Chef style, and to my pampered kitchen here at the Boston Tea Bed and Breakfast in Cart, just outside of Ottawa. So, Happy New Year. January, it's a new everything, right? And today is my first cooking class of the new year, 2024. Because it's been a hectic time so far. I just got back from some vacation, and today came back from sun a few days ago and into a lot of snow, and today it's freezing rain. So I've just been out shoveling and trying to get the snow cleared away before the freezing rain set in, and got caught in the freezing rain. So here we are. Now it's dinner time, and I am about to put on one of my favorite meals. Now, if you've been following me on Facebook for a while, you might have noticed that I haven't been posting for a couple of months, and that's because my personal Facebook got deleted. I don't know why. Just on my birthday, the end of September, I woke up and my personal Facebook profile was gone. My business page is still there, Cooking with Shelley, Pampered Chef style, and the Boston Tea Bed and Breakfast. So please go ahead and check that out at any time. All my videos that I've done and posts are still there. However, I can no longer post to that page as Shelley Gosselin. So I'm trying to find a new way, and so in the meantime, I'm just going to be posting here on YouTube, and I hope that you will hit that like button and follow me, and also head over, put the link to my Facebook cooking page, and you can pop over there anytime to look for any recipes. But of course, all recipes as usual can be found on my website at www.pamperedchef.biz/Shelley Gosselin. And today, the recipe that we're doing is chicken teriyaki. And instead of rice, I'm going to be doing quinoa. And of course, as usual, I always change up my recipe a little bit. So why don't you comment and let me know what is your favorite chicken recipe? Do you like teriyaki chicken? You might have seen me do this one before if you've been following me on Facebook for a while. And today, or this month, the end of January, is my 20th year with Pampered Chef. And so I'm looking at what I'm going to do, something special to celebrate that, maybe a few prize giveaways. So pop in the comments, tell me where you're joining us from, but also if you've been following me for a while, and what is your favorite Pampered Chef product. Because today I'm going to be using a few of mine, and my goal, my mission has always been to help busy women in the kitchen to get healthy, nutritious meals on the table in 30 minutes or less. And today, the wonderful tool that I'm using to do that is our multi-cooker, my multi-cooker, pressure cooker. You might know it as a quick cooker as well. So without further ado, this recipe, the preparation time, it's easy. We've got our chicken here. I'm gonna make my sauce, and then I've got my quinoa and some veggies to put in with that, and then we will be just putting that on, and it takes no time at all. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is make my sauce. And so the teriyaki chicken recipe is in the old quick cooker guide, but you can find it on my recipe, and I will pin the recipe in the comments here as well, or in the description, okay? So you can hit that and find that anywhere on my site. And any of the tools that you see me use here today, if you're interested in any of those, you can find them on my site as well, and I'll put a link in there at www.pamperedchef.biz/Shelley Gosselin, and I will put a shopping link in there for you to easy access to just click on that. And if you're you're interested in any of these tools, if you have any questions about the tools or the recipes, feel free to comment and as we go along. And I'd love to hear your feedback on any of this, okay? Tools and the recipe and the food. All right, so first things first is we're going to be using, the recipe calls for some soy sauce. I have here organic tamari, which is an organic soy sauce basically, and we're just going to use 1/4 of a cup. And it might seem like a lot, but this is actually a really good one. And when you see the amount of chicken that we're going to use, it calls for about 2 pounds of chicken, and I've got just a little over. It also calls for mirin rice wine. I don't have any, so instead I am using a white wine vinegar. You could also use, and I've also used before, I've used apple cider vinegar if you want. And that's always a good way to change things up, or if you don't have the exact ingredients on hand, there's always a great way to do that. And here I've got some local honey, and it's 2 tablespoons of that as well. And so we're just putting these in to mix them up. So this is where your sweetness is coming from in the recipe, okay, in teriyaki chicken. If you don't want to put honey or any sweetener, that is also your option. However, be advised that it will be a little tangy. And again, that is totally up to you how you want to do that. The quick way of doing it is always, of course, I like to follow the recipe exactly at first, and then you can change anything up, or you can just do what I'm doing here. All right. I just couldn't resist that little bit of honey. And since I'm cooking for myself, that's okay to lick your fingers. However, if I was in your kitchen doing a cooking demo, like I've done so often over the 20 years, I would not be licking my fingers, and I'd probably have my hair back as well. So I'd love to hear if you've had a cooking demo. Have I been to your place to cook? Or have you had cooking demos in the past in your kitchen? Or maybe you've done them yourself. Tell us about it in the comments section, and let us know what is your favorite recipe to cook for somebody else. Now this recipe is going to feed easily 4 people. It could feed more, but in my house, because we like larger servings, this recipe will feed 4 people. Now the next, so that was 2 cloves of pressed garlic, and that was my homegrown garlic, which I just love. I've been growing garlic every year now for, I honestly can't remember when I started growing garlic, but I know that I've been doing it for almost as long as we've been here in this, since we opened the B&B. And so I'd say about 10 years I've been growing my own garlic, and it is wonderful to be able to know where it came from. If you don't grow your own, you want to make sure, if you can, that it is local and or at least organic, because garlic has been known to be grown a lot of places, and what you get at the grocery store often is from overseas, and you're not really sure where that is from. Now this is a piece of ginger, and this is an organic ginger, and it's the same thing with ginger as it is for garlic. And this one we are just going to grate it, and I just forgot to take out my little grater there. So I'm just using my grater to grate it. There is a food holder that comes with it, but because this is so small, I'm just doing it this way. So you need 1 teaspoon of grated ginger. And if there's some bigger pieces that kind of pop off, you can either just chop it and include it, or you can keep it for something else. All right, so this is this grater is the fine side. I like to do it. The coarse side would be more for like the mozzarella cheese or the harder cheeses or the softer cheeses, things like that. Or you could do carrot with it as well. I like to use this fine side for my ginger. You could use some garlic there. Chocolate is another one that I like to use the fine side for. All right, so let's see how much we've got here. Just pack it in to my measuring spoon, my adjustable, and so we've got a little over a teaspoon, but that's okay because I love ginger. Ginger, and I love to have ginger in my water often as well. Do you ever do that? Put some ginger in your drinking water? Oh, it's so good, so good. But I put ginger in a lot of things. Make some ginger tea, homemade ginger tea. And then with your other piece of ginger, any that's left, you can either leave it like this. You don't have, once you wash it, you don't have to peel it if you don't want to. And I often don't peel it. You can just include the peel in whatever recipe you're doing. So you can grate this and put it in an ice cube trays and put it in the freezer, or you can just freeze it like this. It grates very well when it's frozen as well. Very easy. All right, and I think that's just about it. And so we're just going to whisk this. Just give this a whisk and get that honey and everything incorporated in there. So that was easy, right, for the sauce. Your own homemade sauce. And we're just going to put this in the multi-cooker. So this multi-cooker, we're going to be using the pressure setting today, but you can also do slow cooking, and you can do sous vide in this one. And then because it's got like 14 settings, you can also do yogurt, soups, sauces, all kinds of things. And I use this so much for my pressure cooking. It's my preferred, and also to do my homemade baked beans. So I use the slow cooker side of it. All right, so next, then we've got our chicken, okay? And what I have here are, I've got chicken thighs. So these are antibiotic free chicken, and it's 1.2 kilos that I've got. So you want to, that's important to know how much, because you need to set your time, your cooking time, according to how much meat you have in. And what I'm doing is I'm just turning it around in the sauce, and I'm putting the skin side down, because when the pressure cooker comes on, it's going to just, it'll marinate in the sauce while it's cooking. And that's it. So I got 8 pieces, 8 chicken thighs here, which equaled 1.2 kilos, or almost 3 pounds for anybody working in the imperial side of it. Okay, let me just put that over here in in the sink and get that chicken away. So I loved using my tongs because then I didn't have to touch the chicken again to have to continuously be scrubbing my hands. And that's a great way of doing it as well. Okay, so we've got that in, and next I'm going to put the stand in, because now I am preparing my quinoa. And one of the great things about the multi-cooker is you have options of other pieces that go with it. And this is one of the ones that I use all the time. And it is the ceramic bowl. And it has a stand, so with handles so you can lift out. And then there's a silicone cover that I'll be putting on it after. So in my ceramic bowl, I've got a cup of quinoa, which I've already washed. And I like to wash my quinoa or rice, if you're using rice, at least 3 times to get that milkiness off. And this is an organic quinoa. I get this one at Costco. And I used to love the tricolor one, but they don't carry it anymore. So this is just the plain one. And to this, I'm going to add some veggies. So I've got a couple of carrot here, and I'm just going to chop up some carrot to put in, and this is a 1-pot meal, so my veggies will be done in here. Now, if you have more people that like a lot, and you need a lot more veggies, then you could also just steam them separately. I've already peeled this one. Don't you love these old-fashioned peelers? This is the one just like my grandmother used to have, and I just love how it goes up and down. It just swirls so that you can make fast work of it. And then I am going to use, because I love to have crinkled veggies, I'm just going to use this one and put it kind of on a slant so we get some nice pieces. And the crinkle cutter, it's been around for quite a long time with Pampered Chef. They did remodel it, and it gives you these nice crinkled surfaces. And that serves not just a decorative purpose, but also it really helps with, if you have, for example, you're doing a dip and you want to have a sauce or whatever, it will hold your veggies, your crinkled veggies, or cheese, or whatever. It will hold your dip much easier if it has a crinkled surface. But also I find that it evens out the cooking time because of the crinkled surface. And then if you add something else like butter or whatever, then this is a great addition as well. It will hold it. So I'm just putting these in on top of my quinoa. And then I have, in this other nifty accessory, is a steam basket. There's 2 of them. There's another one a little bit bigger, and this one. And this is some broccoli. Now, you can't get all of it in here, so I am just going to put my broccoli in on top of this one, because otherwise you could just use your steamer if you want it to put in on top of the stand, just like this, and steam inside as well. So here we go. We've got our veggies, our quinoa, and now I just need some water. And because I have 1 cup of quinoa, I want 2 cups of water. Hot water I've got here. I like to add the hot water, or the water hot, because it won't take so long then for the pressure cooker to get up to the pressure. And so we've got here the silicone lid. So all we need to do now is just put the silicone lid on, and and the silicone lid has some little holes in it to let the steam out inside. And here we have, just pop it in like so. And now we just put the lid on. Okay, so this one is sticking up a little bit. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, so it can't be up, anything that's inside cannot be up over to interfere with the lid locking, and that's the issue. All right, so normally for the recipe, if you have a kilogram or under, or 2 pounds or so of chicken, then the recipe calls for 9 minutes. But because I've got almost 3 pounds, I'm going to turn it to poultry. So you've got all of these. You could do custom sear, egg, poultry, beef, seafood, rice, whole grains, soup, beans, dessert, steam, slow cook, sous vide, yogurt, and sterilized. So you've got all these options, and I am going to do that. And oops, got the wrong one. Okay, so we want poultry. Just press the knob and then you adjust, and I'm putting it for 13 minutes, and just hold it and you'll see run. And then as it builds up the steam, it will lock, and you will see sometimes you shouldn't see any steam escaping, but it is right here. And then at the end, you just have to do the cancel and release the steam, and that will be it when it's done. So this will take about 13 minutes, well, about 15 by the time the everything heats up. So in the meantime, I am going to do some dessert, which, don't you just love these flexible mats? You can just pick everything up and take it over to the sink or your compost. But before that, I just wanted to show you the other basket. So they come in a set of 2. So you could do different veggies or whatever at the same time. And this would go straight down into the pot to do your veggies, whatever it is. And also then for dessert, you can also cook dessert or even bake bread in here. This is like crazy. Anyway, for desserts, we've got a small cheesecake pan, and which works just like a regular size one, but it fits in here. And or you have a bundt pan. You can also find those as optional accessories, and they each come with a little rack to lift them in and out. So those are excellent, and I make my cheesecake. I love making my cheesecake in here because it doesn't crack on the top because of the steam. 45 minutes and the cheesecake is done. It's wonderful. If you'd like that recipe, let me know in the comments as well, and I can link it in there for you. All right, so for dessert this evening, we are having pear. It's a very simple dessert, and I just love this one. I started making it as a spin-off from something that I once learned when I was studying French in Saint-Pierre and Miquelon, and it's called poire belle. And this one though, I am using, so this is a Bosch pear. I bought these at Loblaws. I got them on sale, a bag of them, like 4 pounds for under $5, which is great at this time of year. And I just love these. So I'm just going to do a little scoop out of the center. I'm just using my Core and More here, and this is one example of where that other side, that little scoop comes in, to just take out the seeds. Look at that perfect little hole. This can also great for melon balls, making melon balls in the summer when you've got your cantaloupe and your watermelon. Look at that, perfect. Also great for scooping out the eggs. And this side, of course, is always my best friend during strawberry season, or just to get eyes out of potatoes or things like that, bad spots off of fruit. The tomatoes, the top off the tomatoes, so you're not, where the stem attaches, so that you're not taking off or slicing off the stem. And so these, all that I'm going to do is I'm putting them on my small bar pan, or you could use this one, which is the mess catcher. But because I prefer to have my pears cooking in their juices, I'm just going to pop them on here, and then I'm going to put these in my air fryer and cook them on roast for about 10 minutes. And once those are done, I'm going to stuff it just with a little bit of goat cheese and drizzle in balsamic vinegar, or you can drizzle with some melted chocolate if you want as well. And that will be dessert, and it's so delicious, so great. And I mean, you could always, if you want it, serve it with some whipped cream or ice cream on top to add that other sweetness. But the balsamic vinegar reduction, not just balsamic vinegar, you could if you want it, but I do a reduction, and that makes the balsamic vinegar sweet, and it's just, what a combination. It's so delicious. So we're just gonna have that meal, and once that is ready, I will show you the finished product. And I hope that if you have any questions, please comment below. Let me know if you try this recipe, because I would love to hear what you thought of it. And if you're interested in any of these tools for the month of January 2024, right now, this multi-cooker is on special, and you can find that at the shopping link that I'm posting in the description. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out to me. As I said, you can find this recipe and any of these tools on my website at www.pamperedchef.biz/Shelley Gosselin. And the recipes, you can always go there 24/7 at any time that you want. So you can shop or plan your meals, whatever. And if you'd like to have some of this done with some of your friends, maybe get together, I'd love to get together with you and your friends in your home, in your kitchen, and let's get rid of these January snow blues together, because that is really what makes the winter go by really fast. And I don't know about you, but if you can get out and get some exercise in, that it's nutrition plus exercise equals good health. So I'm here to help you with all of those little things, especially in the kitchen, and I'd love to hear from you. So let us just check out, get this all done, and I'll be back and show you what is going on with that, okay, and how it all turns out, because I really believe that you need to see the finished product. So just give us a few minutes and I will be back. All right, so I just took a couple of minutes to clean up here, and I thought while we're waiting, we still got another 10 minutes here. I'm going to toast some sesame seeds to go on top of the meal. That is another, you could also use, if you want it, you could use some sesame, a little bit of sesame oil in the recipe. but the sesame seed, so you just put it on medium heat. And so I've just got in my small saute pan here my non-stick saute pan. So I've just got some organic sesame seed, whole sesame seeds, okay? And you're just gonna let them toast. So I just let them sit for a couple of minutes and just move them around a little bit. And of course, my trusty scraper here will get them going. You just want to be careful not to let them sit too long because they will burn. All right, they toast pretty quickly, just a couple of minutes. And you can just kind of do like that, just kind of shake it back and forth, almost like you were doing popcorn, except they're not popping. Although if you did leave them long enough, I have had them hop a little bit in the pan. And so while we're just waiting, this is what we did. I just cleaned up and I've got my sesame seed topping ready to go. And my dessert is ready. Okay, so I got the pears out of the oven here. Okay, so they are just tender. See? So they're still a bit hard, but tender to touch. Tender to the fork. Fork tender that's the word I was looking for. Okay, so we'll just set the pears up now. There we go. So I just do like a half one per person. But I mean, if you wanted to do a full one, that's fine too. It's not like it's a big dessert, unless, of course, if you're following a really strict type of diet, low carb, then pears are not low carb. However, they are all natural, and if I'm going to have any sweetness, then I'm going to go with the all natural sweetness as much as possible, just like the honey. Otherwise, honey, maple syrup, or I would use my or monk fruit sweetener. All right, so I've got here, I'm going with my scoop and spread. I scooped out my goat cheese and just fill it in the middle. Now you could do like a little round ball, but I like to spread it on my pear so that every little mouthful, you get some pear, you get some goat cheese, and then of course we have our balsamic reduction. I also get this one at Costco, but you can make your own very easily. If you would like a recipe to make your own, let me know in the comments and I can send it to you. And that's it. And as I said, if you would like to put a little bit of mint on there or some chocolate instead, it looks just like chocolate though, right? It looks so good. Yum, yum. Okay. So next, let me just get this out of the way because we are going to have open up our quick cooker, our multi-cooker here because it's done. So I'm just going, so right now it's done, it's gone to keep warm. And for the steam vent, I just put a cloth over it just to keep everything from when it releases. So you just have to hold it for a few seconds. And it releases. It does, honestly. There we go. So if I didn't have the cloth, it would just, the steam would shoot up. And so it's just kind of saving my ceiling from all the steam. Could also put on the fan. because that's what that's for. And it'll just take it over to the fan. And this is the part that people are scared of with pressure cookers because of the steam, but this is a safety feature with this one, this valve built in. And so you're not gonna, even putting my hand over, I'm not gonna burn myself. And it just takes a minute for the heat to go out, the steam. And while that is doing that, I'm just going to get my other tongs. So the ones I used earlier was the large tongs. So now I've got my small tongs here. And these have silicone edge. These are great for the barbecue as well. And here I've got my toasted sesame all ready to go in my non-stick frying pan. This is the 8.5 inch that I've got here. And this one works well for, this is my egg pan. I love that one for my egg pan. Okay, so the steam is all down. It's all ready to go. Are we ready here? Okay, we have got my little mittens here to bring it out, take it out. Okay, put it here on my cutting board. And you will see in a minute, so we've got a nice broth in here, so as a sauce that we can put over it. And because this is hot, 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 we've got a little bit of steam on top that I'm trying not to shake out. I'll just put that inside. Here we go. It's always great to have a cutting board or something nearby. And the broccoli is perfect. It's not all mushy. The carrot are done, cooked, and the quinoa is all cooked. Perfect, all perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my scraper here again to take up some of this. Look at that. Beautiful quinoa. And some carrots. And of course, if you don't want quinoa, if you want rice, it will be the same thing with the rice. And I just like to put my veggies to the side. Here, I'm going to use these to take out some veggies. Just like to kind of surround it a little bit with it all. Doesn't this look delicious? Oh, yum. Now, you might think my broccoli is not very vibrant green because I had to cut the top off a little bit, some of the top, because it was starting to go a bit brown. And so, this is always a challenge if you're buying fresh veggies. I had that fresh, so I use it, but some frozen would also work well. And here we have our chicken pieces. Look at that. Oh, yum. And I'm just going to get my ladle here to get out some of that sauce. Of course, always want a full range of kitchen tools, and as I always say, my goal in showing this is always to show you the easiest way possible. And now I'm just going to do a little bit of sprinkle of the sesame seeds, and voila, supper and dessert are ready in just about 30 minutes. Of course, it all goes much faster if I wasn't talking. And let's give this a try, shall we? Because I can't wait. It smells so good. And look at this. The chicken is done perfectly. Can you see that? Perfect. And because it is fresh out of the quick cooker, multi-cooker, it is going to be hot. Yum. I love this meal. Did I mention that I love this meal? Try a carrot. Perfect. Still a little crisp, crunchy. And the broccoli. It is just so perfect. So I hope that you enjoyed this recipe demo and that you got something out of it. My goal is always to try and help you make the easiest of your mealtime, and some quick inspirational ideas. And this is also a beautiful meal that you could serve as a dinner for guests. It is delicious and nutritious. So as you know, I'm approaching my 20th year with Pampered Chef. I would like to invite you to comment below and let me know, what do you think that I should do to celebrate this anniversary? Because it's a special one, right? Everyone's special. And Pampered Chef as well, because it's 2024, is offering a special discount for anybody who would like to do what I'm doing here. It's easy from your own kitchen, or if you would like me to come into your kitchen and do this with you and your friends, just let me know as well if you're in the Ottawa area. If you're outside of Ottawa and you want any of these items, you can get them delivered to your door. Just again, check out my website for the tools, the recipe, and all of those things. And of course, you can always contact me directly as well. Check out my website at www.pamperedchef.biz/Shelley Gosselin. And don't forget to go to my Facebook page and look me up there as well, with Cooking with Shelley, Pampered Chef style. And I hope that you'll be back again next week. I'll have another recipe for you. And let's get these winter blues together. It's Winterlude coming on in Ottawa, and if you're going to be in the area, check us out. Check me out, I should say. Contact me, and I'd love to get together for a tea or coffee. Or if you're already here and you'd like to get together, you'd like to chat about recipes, the tools, whatever, just contact me. And I want to get out and beat these winter blues. Let's do it together. Thanks so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And don't forget to like, subscribe. It helps others see what is going on here on the YouTube channel. And also let me know what you are cooking for dinner this evening. Take care, and we'll see you back again soon. Remember, I'm here to help you make meals, make memories, one meal at a time. Ciao for now. Salut.